Look at the haul, ladies and gentlemen. The haul. What had happened was, after installing, or rather the day before installing the vent fans here, the Suncourt inductor vent fans, one of the fans I got didn't really spin nicely. So I went to go exchange that, but I had to go to like 3 different fucking Home Depots to find one that had it. And while we were on that road, way out in the middle of the boondocks, we found a place that I've only seen in Massachusetts. And it's called Ocean State Job Lot. They're a schlock store, or in English, a junk store, instead of Yenglish. But anyway, these are a few of the choice items that we got from there. Some little felt slider things for the chairs in the kitchen, I think. Touch dimmers that you plug in. You see, you plug them in, and then there's an outlet on them. Well, they're supposed to be. There it is. You plug those in, and then you touch the lamp, and it makes it a 3-way type kind of thing, sort of thing. So I'll test that out in a minute. Bug spray, just because you need that kind over here. Put that there. These are like salt and pepper shakers, 75 cents. Yeah. So anyway, they're just kind of bro awesome like that. I don't know why. I just saw them. I needed them. So we got those, even though I have like 5 other sets of salt and pepper shakers. And we did that. What else we got? Oh, some little detergent thing here is Static Guard. Safe on all fabrics. Instantly eliminates static cling. And it comes in like an aerosol type spray type thing. I don't know what it smells like. I haven't played with it yet, but I just saw it. A mug for the Beatles. And it says the Beatles on the back as well. Something I've been looking for fucking ever. A little hand rake. You know, now you can rake your digital luggage scale. We'll get to in a second. You know, just it's handy to get between the bushes and stuff. So anyway, I've been looking for one of these. I saw one somewhere once, like years ago, and never did anything about it. So now I got this one, and it comes pre-Chinanized with the tines on it. And hopefully it actually says it's made in China somewhere. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Made in China. Have a nice day. So that was $2.50. But they got all kinds of junk and shit for like pretty good prices, like $2.50, like definitely for that. It was like $2 for that. Those were like $1 a piece, 75 cents. This bug spray was like $4. $6 for a 3-pack of that, $1.39 for this thing. And the digital luggage scale, and we'll see how that works. I'll take it apart and we'll do that. But Jay, what about the single burner? What in the hell are you doing with that? You don't need that, you got a gas stove. I know. This is one of those things I just always wanted. I have no idea why. It's just one of those things I always wanted. My mother says, oh, I have one, you can have it. Well, that happened about 7 years ago. I never got it, so I just bought my own. And this was like 10 or 15 bucks, so I said, fuck it, I'll just get it and be done with it, and I'll probably never use it, but it's there. So now we'll get onto the luggage scale. Okay, here's the luggage scale. One thing they didn't tell you even in the instructions is you got to open up the battery compartment. There's a little piece of paper or some crap over the battery, which is actually a good thing. And you can do all kinds of stuff. It has a couple of buttons here. You can set it to display all kinds of stuff, but you basically turn it on and it shows 0, and I'll just kind of pull on it like that. You know, so you can definitely weigh stuff with that, and it goes up to 67 pounds or some crap like that. So anyway, that's that one. This one you just kind of drink out of, I think. This one you make rake with, like that. On the subject, this one you make shake with. As far as these go, This says the three-way touch dimmer is compatible with all types of standard incandescent bulbs. Three-way touch dimmer will turn any standard on-off incandescent bulb, is there any other type, really? Into a three-way touch dimmable. There is no need to pay extra for expensive three-way bulbs. Ooh, expensive ones. You mean ones that go over like 60 fucking watts now? Shit. Three-way incandescent bulbs are not needed for this product to function. Ooh, but guess what? If you have a lamp that does that, now it's not a three-way, it's a nine-way, or almost 10-way, if you count the off. But it also says, the convenient touch function is compatible with all CFL bulbs. However, it can only turn CFL bulbs on and off. Three-way dimmer function will not work with CFL bulbs or three-way CFL bulbs. See instruction manual for more detail. Thank you, China. These are also an energy-saving solution. It says makes bulbs last longer and save money. And indeed it will, because when you run an incandescent bulb at a lower voltage than it was initially designed to be run at, it will most indeed burn longer. In fact, I have a device from many years ago that screws into the socket of the bulb, and that just lowers the voltage to maybe 100 volts or 90 volts, some shit like that. So yeah, it is a bit dimmer, but the bulbs last forever. So the idea is you put that little disc thing in with a bulb that you can't really reach, that's like way high up on the house or some crap like that, so don't burn out as often. But most of the time those are halogen, and those you don't want to run at a lower voltage, because when you do that, the effectiveness of a halogen lasting longer than a standard incandescent goes away. What happens in that case, the halogen is dependent upon running at full voltage, full brightness for the most heat, and that allows the deposits that come off of the filament to deposit on the glass, and then they actually make their way back and redeposit on the filament when it cools, or some crap like that I read many moons ago. But let's see what the instructions have to say. Alright, well, the instructions said nothing, and apparently Chian had other plans here, because there you see it's on, but when I go and touch it, even the metal there, it just doesn't do shit. The only way I found is if I kind of unplug it and plug it back in. Now it's brighter, and unplug it, plug it back in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now it's off, low, medium-ish, high, but yeah, certainly doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Not like this little guy, which does exactly the same thing and is a million times smaller. And just to prove that I'm not crazy, just give me a second while I plug this back in. There we go. Let's plug it there. That works. Thanks, China. While we're up here, I also got this mat from Ocean State Job Lot. I know it's filthy in that, but that's actually the point. To catch all the stuff so you don't track it through the house. It's just like a kind of like industrial or commercial grade carpet, but it's got a nice rubber backing, and you can't move it no matter what, so that's kind of awesome. And it was $10, and it just, you know, I just put it right up against that, so it kind of makes some more bigger, more better that way. Last thing before we get to the crown jewel over here of that, is this thing I picked up also. It's still got the little plasticated things on it and shit, you know, but you put a battery in each one, and then it gives you time, temperature, and humidity, and they even put a nice clock module that not only gives you time, but it'll also give you 24-hour time and also beep on the hour, so that's kind of awesome. Okay, here she be, plugged in, and my goodness, it looks almost like it was used before, but it's not, because I just, like, it kind of wipes off and it's like China grease or something, so it'll probably smoke like hell when I turn it on. So it is getting warm. So we'll see if we get any wisps of smoke, or if it turns red. She is, ladies and gentlemen. The smoke, ladies and gentlemen. I love that kind. It actually is turning red. Pretty impressive indeed. There seems to be a dark spot, although the camera doesn't pick it up too well. So I'm just going to let this continue to chooch for a little bit. And then I actually have a kettle of water we'll put on there and actually use it. And the kettle. The kettle. The kettle. So anyway, we'll leave that. And it made a chattery sound when I put it on, and now it's not making that sound kind. So it probably cooled off the element, and we'll see what happens. See how many hours this is going to take. Okay, the house is now poisoned with China fumes. And you'll notice the light is now out, and that is cranked on full fucking high. And I don't know if you can hear, it's sort of boiling, but it hasn't whistled. Now, in its own defense, I will say that this teapot is filled like all the fucking way, just because I can. But I can't be waiting for tea in the Beatles mug, so I made a vodka cranberry. So eventually this will turn back on, and then it kind of boils some more and shit, and then that's the end of that. And that's the deal. So anyway, that's the cool shit from Ocean State Job Lot. Oh, it happened, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the chooch. It's starting to whistle. So we'll just leave that. It's pretty awesome. So maybe I just had it overfilled, I don't know. But whatever.